my curious and playful Gemini friend. Hello and welcome. My name is Mina, and I'm here to offer you a 3-card reading exploring the themes of you, your path, and your potential. I invite you to consider what the reading reveals about possible challenges, opportunities, and personal growth for the week ahead. Take a deep breath, rest your mind, and let's see what the cards have to share with you today. Gemini, this week begins with a quiet, almost imperceptible ache within you. It's not loud or dramatic, yet it hums beneath your daily routine, coloring your thoughts with a sense of gentle restlessness. Something familiar feels less inviting than before, perhaps a pattern or a comfort you've outgrown. You might find yourself drifting into moments of reflection, sensing that the old rhythm no longer matches your current pulse. There's a longing for something more, but you can't quite put your finger on what that is. A subtle tension arises between your curiosity and your desire for clarity, as if you're standing on the threshold of a new room, unsure if you're ready to step through. You might catch yourself replaying recent conversations, trying to find meaning in what was left unsaid. There's a softness to your longing, a wish to find alignment between what you feel and what you do. Yet you hesitate, uncertain whether it's time to move on or to stay a little longer. This in-between space is where your week begins, with the sense that something inside is preparing to shift, even if you cannot yet name it aloud. There's a quiet courage in the way you're holding this moment, Gemini. The 8 of Cups appears in your reading not as a dramatic turning point, but as a gentle recognition of what you've outgrown. It's as if you're sitting with the remnants of old joys, noticing how they no longer nourish you as they once did. You sense that certain commitments, roles, or connections now feel faded, still present but less vibrant. This awareness isn't easy. It stirs up a blend of nostalgia and uncertainty, a weighing of what you might lose against what you might find. You might feel the urge to withdraw, to seek solace in solitude or quiet moments, just to listen for what's true beneath the noise. The emotional posture here is one of respect, for the past, for your own needs, and for the possibility that moving forward may be the only honest response. There's an unspoken tension. A part of you yearns for release, while another part hesitates, worried about what comes next. You may notice yourself cycling through memories or scanning your present situation for signs that it's time to move on. This is not a rejection of what has been, but rather an honoring of growth, a recognition that holding on too tightly could keep you from discovering what's next. The sensation is bittersweet, tinged with the weight of loyalty and the hope of something new. Deep down you sense that whatever you choose, staying put or stepping away, it should come from a place of inner alignment. Your heart is quietly asking for honesty, even if that means sitting with uncertainty a little longer. You're not rushing this process. Instead, you're allowing yourself the space to feel what is real, trusting that clarity will come, not as a sudden revelation, but as a gentle, persistent knowing. From this inward pause, a path begins to form, not in straight lines or clear signs, but in the shifting shadows of your own uncertainty. The decision to reflect, to honor what you feel, sets subtle forces in motion. The longing for authenticity becomes a quiet current beneath your week, guiding your attention toward what feels hidden or unresolved. As you sit in this space, you may notice the world around you responding in kind, moments that invite you to look deeper, conversations that reveal more than what's on the surface. The tension you carry isn't a barrier, it's a signal that something is stirring, that the ground beneath your feet is about to become more fluid. Here, the moon rises to illuminate your path. Its light is gentle, diffuse, and sometimes deceptive. This week you may find yourself navigating a landscape shaped by ambiguity. Pressures build not from outside demands, but from the shifting terrain of your own perceptions. Small doubts creep in, questioning what you believe to be true. You might feel pulled between what is familiar and what is possible, sensing that the answers you seek are just out of reach. The momentum of the week is subtle like the tide, a pull toward the unknown, an invitation to trust what you cannot see. You may notice friction in your interactions, a conversation that leaves you wondering, a decision that feels clouded by mixed signals. The world seems to whisper in riddles, asking you to listen past appearances and lean into intuition. This is not a time of certainties. Instead, you find yourself moving through a borderland between old certitudes and emerging truths. There is a pressure to choose, but the options are veiled, shifting with each new perspective. You might feel a heightened sensitivity to moods, to atmospheres, to the stories people tell themselves and each other. The friction comes from not knowing which voice to trust, your own included. Yet beneath the confusion there is movement. The very act of questioning, of daring to linger in uncertainty, is reshaping your path. The moon's influence is not about finding clear answers, but about learning to navigate by feel, by instinct, by the soft light of your own curiosity. It's a time of subtle revelations, a week where what is hidden begins to shimmer at the edges of your awareness, waiting for you to notice. You sense, perhaps, that what happens next depends on how you meet this ambiguity. The potential that lies ahead is not automatic. It's shaped by your willingness to remain present with what is unclear and to bring gentle attention to each moment as it unfolds. The invitation here is not to solve the mystery, but to engage with it, to let your discomfort become a guide rather than a foe. Only by acknowledging the uncertainty, by allowing yourself to feel it fully, does the path forward start to clarify. Your choices, your presence, your conscious engagement, these are what turn confusion into discovery. The potential of this week is not something given, but something cultivated with care. As the week unfolds, the Page of Pentacles makes its quiet entrance. This card doesn't shout, but it offers a certain steadiness, an invitation to see each moment as a seed of possibility. Growth is not a promise, it's a gentle opening that awaits your attention. If you meet the uncertainty of the moon with curiosity rather than fear, you might find yourself drawn to something new, a project, an idea, or a practice that feels grounded and real. The Page of Pentacles suggests that the answers you seek are not grand or sweeping, but simple, tangible, and close at hand. The invitation here is to approach your days with a beginner's mind, to treat each small discovery as meaningful. You may notice that when you stop searching for certainty, you begin to find pockets of clarity in unexpected places. The potential for growth lies in your willingness to be present, to try something new without demanding immediate results. This is a time for gentle experimentation, for tending to the details that make up your daily life. You don't need to have it all figured out. Instead, you are invited to notice what draws your interest, to give yourself permission to start small, and to trust that even the smallest steps can lead to something valuable. The sense of possibility this week is quiet but persistent, like the first green shoots breaking through the soil after a long night. Growth comes not from force, but from your willingness to notice, to nurture, and to remain open to what unfolds. The rhythm of your week, Gemini, weaves together these three threads: the recognition of what you've outgrown, the willingness to linger in uncertainty, and the gentle courage to try something new. The Eight of Cups asked you to honor your own longing, to acknowledge what no longer fits. The moon drew you into the fertile shadows, reminding you that clarity sometimes emerges from confusion, not despite it. And the Page of Pentacles offered a quiet opening, a chance to start fresh even as you carry the memory of where you've been. Together, these energies invite you to move through your week without rushing for answers or clinging to old certainties. There is no need for dramatic gestures or sweeping changes. Instead, you are supported in listening deeply, in trusting your own timing, and in finding meaning in the small, grounded moments. As the days pass, you may notice that what once felt heavy begins to lighten, that the tension between where you've been and where you're going softens into curiosity. This is not a week of endings, but of gentle transitions, a time to honor both the ache of letting go and the excitement of what's emerging. Whatever unfolds, you can trust that you are moving in rhythm with your own growth, guided not by external pressures, but by the steady light of your own awareness. Actionable insights for Gemini this week. Let yourself pause when uncertainty stirs and simply notice what's true in that moment. Try listening to the quiet questions that arise without rushing for clear answers. Gently explore something new, no matter how small, and see how it feels to focus just on the experience itself. Spoken word affirmations to repeat aloud for a more positive mindset. I am present with whatever I feel today. I let go of what no longer supports me. I honor each small step I take. With patience, I find my steady ground. And now, dear friend, I thank you for giving me your time. I truly hope I have given you something helpful in return. Goodbye and good luck until next time.